Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. And for today's video, magkakaroon naman tayo ng mga house buying tips para dun sa mga nagbabalak palang kumuha ng bahay. Either brand new or second house the property. So let's begin, okay? So first, you need to start saving early. So as early as you finish your college, degree or your schooling, mas maganda na nagsisave na kayo, no? Kasi the larger the down payment, the lower your monthly mortgage payments will be. So, ganun din, parang sa sasakyan, pag kukuha kayo, syempre, mas maganda kung cash. Halos wala nang interest yan. Pero kung if you pay lower down payment, especially let's say sa sasakyan, mas malaki ang magiging monthly niyan. Pero pag nilakihan nyo yung down payment, let's say 50% dun sa value ng sasakyan, expect na mas mababa din ang monthly niyan. And then, second, kailangan kumuha kayo, magpa-pre-approve muna kayo ng mortgage nyo. This will give you an idea of how much you can afford to spend on a home and show sellers that you are serious buyer. So, hindi tayo dapat grab lang ng grab, no? Kailangan, you know your capacity to pay kasi sayang naman yung effort mo tsaka yung money mo na ilalabas kung hanggang down payment ka lang and then hindi mo rin itutuloy. Kasi most of the properties, non-refundable yan. No? May mga ganyang disclaimer yan. And then also, number 3, choose a real estate agent. Yung maayos kausap, yung sinasagot ka ng diretso at hindi kayo pinapaikot-ikot. So, a good agent can help you find homes that meet your needs and budget. And also, negotiate the best possible price for you. So, ibig sabihin, ini-streamline niya kung magkano ba yung kaya mo, kung ano yung para sa'yo. So, pero syempre, ang decision pa rin, nandun pa rin sa buyer. So, parang nagsasuggest lang yung agent. So, dapat meron kayong ganun open yung communication nyo. Hindi lang dapat puro ikaw yung nagde-decide. I mean, kung buyer ka, of course, nasa iyo ang huling decision, pero dapat you also learn how to listen, no? Kasi magbibigay ng tips yung mga ahente, yung matitino at saka mga seryosong real estate presenter, no? Kung ano yung tamang property na bili mo at that time, okay? And also, next is make a list of your needs and wants. So, what are your must-haves in a home? What are some things that are nice to have but not essential? Ibig sabihin, if you're let's say buying a condo, pero naman yung condo na bibili mo is malayo sa city, syempre usually ang mga condominium malapit yan sa city, sa highly urbanized city, no? So, kailangan you need to ask yourself, especially if you are single, married, or separated, kailangan you should know your needs, no? Hindi yung you will buy a big house pero single ka pa lang, and then eventually pag kinasal ka, you will live somewhere else, no? Maybe sa bahay na ng spouse mo. So kung single ka, I suggest you buy a studio type or one bedroom na condominium unit or a small townhouse, no, na fit para sa mga single person, no? And also research the neighborhoods, no? Very important yan, no? Kasi you're not, when you buy a property, regardless kung condominium yan, townhouse, or yung mga lots, no, raw lots, it is very important na you do a research, no? Pupuntahan mo talaga yung property, yung bahay, yung condo, para pakiramdaman mo kung kamusta yung neighborhood na yan, no? Kung okay ka. So, ma-feel nyo naman yan when you're buying a property na parang gusto ko na dito tumira, gusto ko na ditong lumipat, parang ganon. Pero, minsan din may mga times na pag pinunta mo yung property, parang ayoko dito, maingay, magulo, masikip. Kayo makakaalam yan. So, consider factors such as crime rates sa area, kung saan mo, syempre gusto mo ng property. Pero syempre, may disclaimer to. Kasi, most likely, mas mataas talaga ang crime rates, no? Ayon sa statistics, pag sa yung mga row houses, yung mga lower income community. So, you should consider yun nga, your needs and wants. So, ito lang ang budget mo. So, most probably, doon ka mapupunta sa mga community na for low income, and syempre, you should expect na nandun din karamihan or medyo mataas ang crime rate sa lugar na yan as compared doon sa mga high-end na properties, yung mga luxury. Kailangan isipin mo rin yung school quality, syempre na long term, no, na pag nagkapamilya ka, na saan sila mag-aaral, and yung proximity sa trabaho mo at mga amenities. Syempre, especially, hindi ka naman siguro kukuha ng house and lot sa Bicol kung ang trabaho mo, pumapasok ka everyday sa Manila. So, no yan. And also, yung mga amenities din, especially kung mahilig ka mag-jogging, kung meron ba silang open park, no, na malapit, kung saan pwede ka mag-jogging everyday, no? And also, when you're shopping for a home, visit the home in person, no? Don't rely on photos or online listings alone, kasi minsan deceiving yung mga picture na yan, or minsan maganda lang sa picture pero malay mo atsyempo lang na maganda yung araw kaya medyo yellowish yung ulap, etc. Pay attention to the condition of the home, no? Look for signs of water damage, foundation problems, and other major repairs. So parang pag bumibili kayo ng sasakyan, hindi basta makintab sa labas okay na, kasi kailangan tingnan mo pa yung makina. Sa bahay naman ganun din. Hindi porket pleasing in the eyes sa labas, ibig sabihin nun is okay siya sa loob. Hindi nyo akalain na meron pala siyang underlying problems literally sa ilalim ng bahay, let's say in electrical, plumbing, etc. No? Ask question about the neighborhood. Talk to the neighbors, kakausapin nyo sila. Siyempre, iba dyan, kung they into buy and sell ng mga properties, they will not tell you the real score no, sa area na yan. Pero, mas maganda kung mas marami kang makausap kasi meron din mga honest na magsasabi sa'yo na mataas ang crime rate sa lugar na to, maraming ganito dito, maingay dito, etc. So, it's good na you do your homework, your research when buying a property. And also, to the local businesses to get the sense what it's like to live in the area. Sabihin ba kung maganda bang food traffic, especially kung if you're planning to open a business in that particular area. And also, don't be afraid to negotiate. No? So, once you found a home you love, yung talagang gustong-gusto mo na, pero usually, pag ganun ang kadalasan na-feel ng mga client, pag gustong-gusto nila yung property, ang problema, hindi naman nila afford. So, kailangan, ibabalance mo lang na gusto mo na yung property at the same time, afford mo naman. And be prepared to negotiate for the price with the developer or the seller ng property, no? And after you made an offer, of course, i-inspect mo yung bahay. And then, bibili ka siyempre ng insurance. Usually, pag pag-ibig yan, kasama na yan. And then, close on the house. This is the final step in the home buying process. You'll be signing documents, paperwork to receive the keys and other move-in documents na kailangan. So, hindi lang yan magbabayad ka ng pera. Marami pa yan document na isasubmit. Especially kung pag-ibig yan. Kung bank, medyo. Pag yan, in-house, yan ang pinakamabilis sa lahat. Pero, yan din ang pinakamataas ang ilalabas mong funds or pera para ka makalipat sa dream house mo. So, and then, be prepared to act quickly. So, kailangan, ito yung lagi namin sinasabi sa mga home buyers, no, na if matagal sila mag-decide, malamang yun na gustuhan nilang unit, spot, corner man yan, end unit or inner lot. Pag sobrang tagal nila mag-decide, malamang the following day, nakuha na yan ng ibang buyers. And wag kang emotionally attached to the property. Kasi kailangan i-feel mo talaga, i-research mo bago mo talaga siya i-acquire. And be patient, no, na magtanong sa seller about the property. So, yun lang muna for now. So, if you have other questions or clarifications about, buying a property, comment lang kayo below. And again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos and updates. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day and keep safe, everyone. Bye!